Good evening.
And welcome to our tribute to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. My name is Natalie Simon, and I will narrate the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. story this evening for you. First of all, we'll have a selection, but which is called Ain't Gonna Let Nobody Turn Me Around. Now this was supposed to play in the background. We forgot our CD. So we're gonna improvise. You gonna play? Okay, we're gonna keep it moving. Okay. Did you know that today is Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday? I think today we should really focus on some important events of his life.
Yes, I, Martin Luther King Jr., was born in Atlanta, Georgia in 1929. My father and grandfather were Baptist ministers.
When he was a little boy, Martin went to school for black children only. There were certain places he, his brother, and sister could not go because of the color of their skin. He often wondered why. Martin grew up to become a Baptist minister like his father and grandfather. He was called the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. As a well-recognized man, Dr. King gave many speeches and led marches to protest the unfair treatment of African Americans. His actions created changes in the lives of all Americans. You know, when one thing happens, it causes another thing to happen. Then it causes something else to happen, and then it creates a chain of cause and effect. He also married a woman named Coretta Scott, who became Coretta Scott King.
Many people listen to the powerful words of my husband Martin. He said he had a dream, and his dream was to change the history of our country.
Right.
As a minister, Dr. King liked to hear many gospel songs, and one of his favorite songs was Precious Lord.
Once, my husband Martin and his friends led 200,000 people once on a march in the nation's capital, Washington, D.C. It was the biggest public action in the history of our country.
All right.
A great number of people were marching and singing. We've come this far by faith in a park in Washington, D.C.
Even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up to live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners would be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be touched by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. When we allow freedom to ring from every town and every hamlet, we will be able to speed up that day, and all God's children will be able to join in and sing in the word of Old Negro spiritual. Free at last, thank God Almighty, we are free at last.